Hello and welcome. Let's talk about this very popular topic that comes as a part and parcel in motherhood, which is stress, fighting stress in motherhood. So, when we talk about stress, it is mostly ignored by mothers, thinking it to be a part of life, but it's not. And it's often seen as a sign of being busy and active. For example, when someone is stressed and someone is draining energy, it is said that, oh, she is a very active mother. But this is not true. It is a biological response and can be decreased without any medical support. Just a few changes in your lifestyle and it can be decreased. Stress should not be normalized in motherhood or any other lifestyle. It is worsening your situation. And if you're meeting for the first time, hello, my name is Arundhati. I'm a personal development coach for mothers. I'm a certified motherhood coach and a certified business coach. I am on a mission to help mothers in holistic development, focusing on areas like mental health, physical health, parenting, and professional life. So today we are going to talk about biology of stress response, consequences of long-term stress, causes of stress in mothers, finding stress triggers, best stress reduction techniques, and things to avoid to live a stress-free life. So let's start with biology of stress response. But why do you need to learn this? A very popular quote by Sun Tzu, who was a military general of China, is know the enemy and know yourself. In 100 battles will never be defeated, which means you need to know the enemy to fight them. So let's understand our very known enemy, stress, and how does it happen. This diagram is a pathway of stress response that is happening inside our body. So whenever we see an incoming threat or danger, our eyes and ears send the response to our brain, especially to amygdala, which is responsible for emotional processing. Amygdala sends the distress signal to hypothalamus, which is often seen as the command center. Here you can see hypothalamus is a command center. From hypothalamus, the response goes to the adrenal glands, which is around our kidneys, and through autonomic nerves it happens, and it secretes a hormone called adrenaline or stress hormone and cortisol. Adrenaline gets mixed in the bloodstream and creates the stress responses, which are increased heartbeat, blood pressure, sharper senses, lungs take in more oxygen, increased blood sugar and fats for energy storage. Why these stress responses happen? Because adrenaline wants to prepare our body to fight any kind of danger. That is why all these responses happen. And when the danger is gone or the threat is gone, our body finds a break and where cortisol level falls and all these responses slowly start to decrease. And this is not a very complicated thing. This is not a rocket science. It is happening right inside our body when we are feeling stressed. Now let's understand the consequences of long-term stress. Firstly, we get depressed. Long-term stress creates a feeling of depression and a feeling of nothing is happening right. Anxiety, headaches, high blood pressure, high blood sugar, obesity due to increased level of blood sugar and fats, digestive issues, memory loss, asthma. Now let's understand some causes of stress in mothers. These are some very known causes. I'm very sure most of the mothers can relate to all of these. Firstly, burnout. Continuous burnout can cause a lot of stress in us. Lack of support. Continuous judgment that comes to mothers. Overwhelming situations where we do not understand what to do. Zero self-charging activities like hobbies we love. If we do not have any kind of hobbies in our everyday life, it causes a lot of stress. Changes in our body, hormonal changes or any kind of physiological changes, insecurities, anxiety regarding the child, which is constant. Now, what are the consequences? Again, health issues, emotional breakdown, damaged relationships, mom rage followed by mom guilt, regretful feelings, and the list goes on. Okay, now let's come to the solution. We have to find our stress triggers. Now, understanding the root of the problem is crucial, because when we want to fight something, if we do not fight it from the root, it will keep coming back. So let's find the stress triggers, or the exact situation or any kind of physical thing that is causing our stress. Some of the very common stress triggers in mothers are lack of balance in life, everyday burnout, parenting challenges, relationship strains, financial crises, and lack of self-care. Now let's look at some techniques to identify triggers. How do you identify these triggers? I have mentioned 5 techniques that you can use to identify your triggers. First, documenting moments that are causing everyday stress. Self-reflection exercise at the end of the day. Tracking physical symptoms, what exactly happening when you are feeling stressed, like headache or high heartbeat, this kind of things. Tracking emotional responses, exact feeling when you're feeling stressed, angry or sad or overwhelmed, right? And the last thing you can do is take feedback from others, from your family members. How do you respond? Or you just simply go and ask them, what do you think is causing stress in me? Now let's understand this. We cannot avoid a stressful situation, but we can work on fighting the situation after the stress response, so that the break happens quickly, right? I have 4 powerful tips to fight stress responses, right? When the stress happened already, what you can do is do these 4 things to stop that cortisol surge or adrenaline surge, so that you feel better quickly. First thing is focusing on your sense organs. When you feel a lot of stressed a lot, you can start focusing on your sense organs, your eyes, your ears, your breathing, right? Or your touch sensation, like breathing. Focus on your breathing, inhale, the exhale, focus on that. Sound, just sit on a meditation and focus on all the sounds you can hear, right? You will be focusing on different kind of sounds. This happens while meditating. You can use stress buster toys that help us to feel calm. Number 2 is keep at least one hobby you love in your daily routine to keep the happy hormones flowing. Happy hormones like oxytocin, serotonin, dopamine, these directly fight the stress, especially serotonin. Number 3 is physical activity. Engage yourself in physical activity to stop the stress responses or fight the stress responses. And number 4 is finding a listener to talk about, because when we suppress the feeling inside us, it keeps growing and growing. And when we talk with someone, we do not want suggestions all the time, but we want a listener who will listen to us and understand the feelings. You find yourself such person and share your feelings with them. This will help. You can do 2 things. Keep these things in your everyday routine so that you can fight the stress faster, or you can do it after the stress happens, right? Now, if you stay till the end, you are a very serious viewer. You take these things very seriously, and you absolutely deserve a gift. As I mentioned in my previous videos, that if you use this code ALN1000, you get a flat 1000 rupees discount in my consultation calls. It's an one-on-one consultation call. I'll be listening to your problems, will be giving you solution, will be giving you particular tips and techniques. We'll fight your problems together. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to this challenge for more videos like this with practical solutions. I post videos every week. Keep an eye and hit on that bell icon to get notified every time. Thank you so much for listening. Take care.